Put a Little Love in Your Heart by Miss Cassidy's Second Graders, 2013.
Welcome to the classroom. Our first presentation is Heart Prints, a book by P.K. Alaninen. Please sit back and enjoy.
How many heart prints will you leave today? Will you share with a friend? Will you give hugs away?
Will you listen with patience, do what the others say? How many heart prints will you leave today?
A heart print is formed when you do something kind, your love touches others, leaving heart prints behind.
You could smile at somebody you pass on the street. You could offer a handshake to somebody you meet.
You can even put in for an hour or two to help out a friend that's got too much to do. Sometimes you reach out and strive and do something thoughtful that changes a life. Or sometimes you may say the quietest thing and never quite know how you made a heart sing.
Yes, each little kindness leaves heart prints that say, a very nice person has been here today. So, will you cheer up a classmate in need of a smile? Will you tend to a friend who's been mending a while?
This much is certain, whatever we do, the heart prints we give out make us happy too.
So offer your friendship to each boy and girl, then doing the music, the singing, the joy.
You could find the world as you go on your way. How many heart prints will you leave today?
I will leave a heart print by filling somewhere in this bucket.
I'll leave a heart print by being kind.
I will leave a heart print by not saying bad words.
I will leave a heart print by shaking to someone's hand and saying hello.
I will leave a heart print by nice words.
I'll leave a heart print by not saying bad words. I'll leave a heart print by nice words. I will leave a heart print by helping my parents if they're sick.
I'll leave a heart print by helping people. I'll leave a heart print by helping someone that has too much work to do.
I will leave a heart print by if somebody is hurt or if they get in a car wreck, I will help them.
I will leave a heart print by when someone's sad, I will make them happy.
I will leave a heart print by not being a bucket dipper. Oh, wait, we forgot something.
Our next presentation is from the book Have You Filled the Bucket Today? A Guide to Daily Happiness for Kids, written by Carol McCloud. We hope you enjoy it. All day long, everyone in the whole wide world walks around carrying an invisible bucket. You can't see it, but it's there. You and each member of your family has a bucket. Its purpose is to hold the good thoughts and feelings about yourself.
You feel very good and happy when your bucket is full, and you feel very sad and lonely when your bucket is empty. Other people feel the same way too. They're happy when their buckets are full and they're sad when their buckets are empty. It's great to have a full bucket, and this is how it works. You fill it up, You need other people to fill your bucket, and other people need you to fill theirs. So how to fill a bucket? You fill a bucket when you show love to someone, when you say or do something kind, or even when you give someone a smile. That's being a bucket filler.
A bucket filler is a loving, caring person who says or does nice things that make others feel special. When you make others feel special, you are filling a bucket. But you can also dip into a bucket and take out some good food. You dip into a bucket when you make fun of someone, say or do mean things, or even when you ignore someone. That's being a bucket dipper. A bull is a bucket dipper. A bucket dipper says or does mean things that make others feel bad. Many bucket dippers have an empty bucket. They think they can fill their own bucket by dipping into each other's buckets. But that will never work. You never fill your own bucket when you dip into someone else. But guess what? When you fill someone's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. You feel good when you help others feel good. All day long, we are either filling up or dipping into each other's buckets by what we say and what we do. Try to fill a bucket and see what happens.
Bucket filling is fun and easy to do. It doesn't matter how you or what. It doesn't cost any money, and it doesn't take much time. And remember, if you fill someone else's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. If mom or dad asks you to help with a chore, your boss needs something done right away, get the job done with a smile on your face, fill their bucket.
When somebody in your family is sick or someone you know is going through a struggle in their lives, treat them with tender, loving care. Fill their bucket. When your grandparents or someone in your community, elderly in your community, is
is lonely, visit them and brighten their day. Fill their bucket.
Hug and kiss your mom and dad often and tell them all of the ways they make you happy. Fill their bucket. When someone is being bullied with words or actions, don't just stand and watch. Either take up for them or walk away and find help. Fill their bucket.
When your pet needs food, water, or attention, help your pet. Or if you need a stray animal, do it. Fill their bucket. When a younger sibling or a child in your family needs help, reach out to them to assist and encourage them. Fill their bucket. When someone breaks down their bike, their car, or in their life, lift them up and lend a hand. Fill their bucket. When someone cuts in front of you in line at school or in the express line at the grocery store, they must have a great reason. Just smile at them and let them go first. Fill their bucket. If you disagree with something about what to play at recess or about political views, just discuss your differences and shake hands and walk away, friends. Fill their bucket. If you play on a team or if you follow a team like the Saints who loses to another team, congratulate the winners. Fill their bucket. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I fill a bucket today? Yes, I did. And that's the life of a bucket filler. And that's me.
There was a young girl up front. Okay, Dana. You don't feel ready?
There.
Okay, fine.
Wait. I have more coughs.
Okay.
In October, Miss Cassidy read, "There wasn't a lady who swallowed a bat." In November, we heard, "I know of a lady who swallowed a pie." In December, we read, "There wasn't a lady who swallowed a bell." So today, in keeping with our theme, we will show there was a young girl whose bucket was dry. There was a young girl whose bucket was dry. I don't know why her bucket was dry. Perhaps she'll cry. There was a young girl with a cat beside her. It wiggled and jiggled and tickled a strider. There was a young boy who was friendly and kind. She made the cat purr, but her bucket was dry. I don't know why her bucket was dry. Perhaps she'll cry. There was a young boy who was friendly and kind. He smiled at her and she didn't mind. His smile was so kind the girl didn't mind. She pet the cat's fur, he purred beside her. It wiggled and jiggled and tickled a strider. She made the cat purr, but her bucket was dry. I don't know why her bucket was dry. Perhaps she'll cry. There was a small sister said, "Don't be afraid. Clean or scrape with first aid, apply to Band-Aid. Use first aid, apply to Band-Aid." His smile was so kind, the girl didn't mind. She pet the cat's fur, he purred beside her. It wiggled and jiggled and tickled a strider. She made the cat purr, but her bucket was dry. I don't know why her bucket was dry. Perhaps she'll cry. Ow. There was her class who showed her they could play games with her and joyfully shared. They played and shared to show they cared. He used for say to apply to Band-Aid.
His smile was so kind, the girl didn't mind.
She bet the cat's fur, he purred beside her, wiggled and jiggled and tickled a strider.
She made the cat purr, but her bucket was dry. I don't know why her bucket was dry. Perhaps she'll cry.
There was no teacher who did a good deed. He knew she would need to know how to read, taught her to read so she could succeed. Play and chant to show they cared. Used for say to apply to Band-Aid.
His smile was so kind, the girl didn't mind.
She pet the cat's fur, he purred beside her, wiggled and tickled a strider.
She made the cat purr, but her bucket was dry. I don't know why her bucket was dry. Perhaps she'll cry.
There was two loving parents who filled with grace. They showed their feelings with tender embrace, filled with grace and loving embrace. Taught her to read so she can succeed. Play and introduce her to parents. Used for say to apply to Band-Aid.
His smile was so kind, the girl didn't mind.
She pet the cat's fur, he purred beside her, wiggled and jiggled and tickled a strider.
She made the cat purr, but her bucket was dry. I don't know why her bucket was dry. Perhaps she'll cry.
She was happy, of course. There was a young girl whose bucket overflowed. Her love and kindness towards her really showed. But she was ready to share without remorse.
She's happy, of course.